Do you want to know what my number one top tip is for making your bookkeeping easier? It is keep your business and your personal transactions separate. That's it. That's my top tip to make your bookkeeping easier for you. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why you should keep them separate, how that makes your bookkeeping easier for you, the pitfalls that you might fall into if you don't keep them separate, and then at the end of the video, some quick steps you can take in order to make sure that you're keeping your business and your personal transactions separate. So how would that look if you don't keep them separate? So when you open up your business, you first start out trading, hopefully you've opened up a business bank account. And you might have a savings account, you might have a business credit card eventually, maybe you're using Stripe. So you've got several business bank accounts, we'll call them bank accounts. And what you want to do is put all of your business transactions through those bank accounts. All of your income, all of your expenses. What genuinely happens is when you first start in business is you haven't got your business bank account set up straight away. So you might have some IT type subscriptions set up through your personal bank account. So for example, you might have to have bought a Microsoft Office subscription, which you're now paying for that personally through your personal bank account. You might have a Zoom subscription set up, which you're paying for personally. There's going to be things when you first set up your business that perhaps you didn't have a business bank account set up, so you've paid for them personally. And those subscriptions are still being paid for personally. What then happens is you have got some transactions going through your business bank account, some transactions going through your personal bank account, and quite often the ones that are going through your personal bank accounts don't get included in your bookkeeping in Xero. So when you've set up and you've opened up your Xero account, you want to link all of your business bank accounts into Xero, and that's quite simple to do. So you'd have all your business bank accounts in Xero and they're pulling in all of those business transactions. What you haven't got in Xero is your personal bank accounts linked. And please don't do that. Please don't link your personal bank accounts into Xero. But what you have got is some personal bank accounts paying for some of your business costs. So you might have subscriptions. You might use your personal debit card when you're out and about traveling. You might have an Amazon account, which is linked to your personal debit card or personal credit card, and you're using your Amazon account to buy for things for your business. Excuse me. So what then happens is you've got some business transactions in Xero because they are going through your business bank account, but you've got some business transactions not in Xero because they're going through your personal bank accounts. And if they're in your personal bank account, you might forget to put them into Xero because you don't have visibility of them as easy as you do as if they're in your business bank account. So unless you're going through your personal PayPal account or your personal bank statements or your personal credit card and going through each one of those every month and saying, oh, that one's a business expense, that one's a business expense, that one's a business expense, and then finding the receipts for those business expenses and putting them into Xero, and then marking those business expenses as being paid for by yourself personally, you're probably going to miss putting them into Xero. And therefore, when you run any reports in Xero, so your profit and loss account, those transactions, those costs are not being shown in your business financial reports. The implications of that are two things. So when you look at your business, you think you've made this lovely, great profit, actually you're missing a big chunk of costs because you forgot to put them into Xero. So your profit is not a true reflection of your business because some of those costs are not in. The impact of that is if you haven't put all of your costs into your business, then you are going to be paying more corporation tax if you're a limited company than you need to be. The reason you'll be paying more corporation tax is your corporation tax is based on your net profit. And your net profit is your total sales less all of your expenses to give your net profit. So if some of those expenses are not being captured in Xero, because you forgot to put them in there, your net profit is going to show higher than it actually is, and therefore you'll pay more corporation tax. So not only have you made your bookkeeping life harder because you're muddling things up, you're now potentially paying more corporation tax than you need to because you've missed some transactions. So let's look at it the other way and we say, okay, so I'm not going to use any of my personal bank accounts to pay for business things. However, sometimes I use my business account to pay for personal things. You've been out and you've taken your family out for a meal and forgot to bring your personal debit card, but you've got your business debit card and you just pay for the meal. What will happen is that transaction on your personal debit card will come through the bank feed, will be pulled into Xero. You might see it on your bank feed and you might think, oh, that was that meal that I took my family out for. That's a personal cost. I don't want that in Xero. What do I do with it? And you might be tempted to delete that line from your bank statement in Xero. If you do that, you're then creating a headache for yourself because things that happened in your real business bank account have to happen in Xero. You can't just suddenly delete it out of Xero because you think, oh crikey, that was a business one, I shouldn't have it. So you have to leave it in Xero, but where do you code it to? Because it was a personal cost. So what you would have to do was code it to, if you're a limited company director, your director's loan account. So it's fine, it's in Xero, you've realised it was a personal cost and you've coded it to your director's loan account, that's fine. But obviously it's just creating more work for you in your bookkeeping because you had to do something with that transaction. It was in Xero, so you've had to move it. So you've just created more work for yourself. So by muddling your business and your personal, you're creating more work for yourself. The ones that were paid personally, that related to your business, you have to remember to put them into Xero. And the ones that you paid for your business, which were personal, you have to push them through Xero, but code them to your director's loan account. If you want to make your bookkeeping simple, keep them completely separate. Anything that comes into Xero from your business bank accounts, you know was 100% business. You don't need to go looking elsewhere for your personal stuff to see if you've missed anything. So what can you do if you have got this muddle going on? So the first thing you want to be doing is looking at your personal bank accounts, debit cards, credit cards, PayPal, Amazon. If you know that you are using your personal money, even cash, to pay for business costs, go and find where they're being paid for. So are they being paid for PayPal? Go and look in your PayPal account. Are they being paid for on your credit card? Go and look on your credit card account. Go back and work out what you're paying for where. And if it's a subscription, go and find that subscription and change the bank details to one of your business debit or credit cards. If you're doing it the other way around and you're using your business bank accounts for personal spend, you can just stop doing that. Okay, so if you're out and about with a meal with the family, just don't use your business card. So go through and have a tidy up, get things being paid for by the right bank accounts, and then going forward, you're going to have a much cleaner bookkeeping tasks ahead of you because it's all in one place. You might still have several accounts. You might have a business bank account, a business savings account, a business credit card, a business Stripe account. You can even have a business PayPal account. But if they're all business, they're all linked to Xero, and you only ever put business transactions through them, your bookkeeping life is going to be much easier. So that is my top tip. Keep your business and personal expenses separate. Keep your bookkeeping life easier. Make sure you claim all your tax deductions that you can. If you want more tips on how to make your bookkeeping easier, come and join me and lots of other business owners in my free Facebook group. Learn how to do your own bookkeeping using Xero. I hope I see some of you there.